Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Josh here again. We're in the garage again on a Monday night, actually hanging out, and we're going to work on the 2021 MT-09 again here. And as you guys can see, it's in pieces again here. So ECU's hanging out there and stuff like that. So I didn't bother showing you guys all of this part of it again, but I tore the bike down and we're getting ready to put on that DNA Stage 2 air filter. And basically, guys, what it's going to do is this entire airbox lid is going to be replaced by that DNAairfilter Stage 2 air filter. So the whole lid comes off, all these screws all the way around. You're going to see there's like 10 or 12 Phillips head screwdrivers, or Phillips head screws that come off. And then the whole airbox comes off, and we'll go over to the bench. I'll show you that air filter. So over here on the bench, we got the box here for the air filter. We're going to pop this open. And so there's a bracket here. You're going to see that's where your ECU ends up sitting. There's these metal brackets here that hold it down. And then this is the air filter itself, guys. And it's a, like I said, this replaces the entire lid. So you take the stock lid and the stock air filter off, and then this goes on there to replace the air filter. So we're going to be doing that here shortly. Alright guys, so step one is we got to slide the ECU out. You should see it's over here hung down by the side here. So I kicked it out. There's just these two tabs if you guys saw my ECU removal video. Next step is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Phillips head screws all the way around the airbox lid. So those 10 have to come out. The airbox lid should come off, and we got to take the stock filter out. So we're going to get those screws out and we're going to go from there. Alright guys, and there's this little air sensor here too, which I think just turn it. You guys can see this here. You just turn this and then just pick up on it, and we'll slide that out of the way. And I'm sure there's a spot for the DNA filter or the DNA lid to put this on here. So now, with all those screws out, this lid should come right off, and it does. So guys, what you're showing here is you'll see all these like long filters and stuff like that, or long snorkels. So the air comes in through all these holes here, right through the air dam into here, and then gets forced down here, and then comes to the front here of the air filter. And then here, I'll take this off here a minute so you can see it. You know, it comes into the front of the air filter, and then it's sucked in through there and then into the intakes that are here. So here's the air filter here, and then it goes into the air intakes there. So basically what's going to happen now is we're going to take this filter out, which you just pull it out, and now that box is wide open and all the air is going to go in there. And then the DNA lid now has no restrictions. It's just that open filter on the top, so airflow is just going to fly right back in there. So we're going to get the DNA filter over here. We're going to get it mocked up, and then we'll get it installed. Hey guys, I want to spend just 2 more seconds with the stock air intake here. So if you guys look at this here, right, there is 3 snorkels here for air intake. One is on the back side here, one's on the front here, and then one is on the side. And obviously the air dam sits like this in front of here, just like that, and that's how that air is rushed into the engine. So if you go to David's site over at VCycleNut, he'll show you how he's done some modifications where they've cut these off to allow more airflow. And then there's also a couple other filters you can get, like the regular DNA filter is actually the entire shape of this filter. So you could get that DNA filter too and cut these the snorkel shorter, and then also allow a lot more air into your airbox. I chose to replace the entire top with the DNA kit that you see here, because this is just this air filter, and that's it into the box with all the air rushing in there. So that's just what I chose to do. But you guys could, you know, there's a lot of options out there. Like I said, David did a great job on his site over at Flash by VCycleNut, and I'll link his thing in the bottom here. But on his site, he does all types of testing where he tries different air filters, different exhausts, and everything like that. So it really does show you what you can gain and what you may lose doing the different modifications. So now let's get this new air filter installed on the motorcycle. All right, guys, on the DNA filter, there's a groove here all the way around that's going to line up with this groove on the air box here. So we're gonna make sure that all lines up when we put this on, and then we'll get the brackets that go on top of there. But this groove here lines up with this groove all the way around. So we're just gonna lay this on top here, and we're just gonna line it up on that groove, hopefully. There we go. And that groove, guys, it's very important. Just make sure you get it on that groove, because then it's gonna you know, that's going to seal the air box up all the way around so that you're not getting a bunch of debris and crap in there. All the air is going to flow in through this air box here. So all right, so we got that all lined up. Let's go get the brackets. All right, guys, so there's these nice stainless brackets here. The one that goes on the top here. One goes on the bottom here, like this. And then we have the and then, guys, this bracket here, this is where the ECU is going to sit, and they put some long black zip ties on this already and ran them through there, and this just sits on top here like this once it's done. So I brought a couple of the screws over so I can just place them in the holes to line it up, and then we'll get everything lined up and then screwed back in. Right, guys, and just like anything, I'm getting the parts lined up with the holes, and then we'll worry about, and I'm just putting them in there loose, like just a couple turns with the screwdriver, just to make sure they're in there, and then I'm going to go around and get all the other screws started, and then we'll tighten it all up. Alright, guys, and as suspected, DNA did make us a spot for that sensor here. So we're just going to get that pushed back into place. And that's where that sensor is going to sit. So there's a little metal tab here for that. Now we just have to get the ECU brought back up here. Okay. And guys, you can see on the ECU here, there's a little, where it indents here and stuff like that. And that's the same shape as the bracket here, and then they give you these little tabs to line it up. So now we're gonna make sure that this zip tie goes down between the plugs, which it does now. We're gonna tighten this one down first. Okay. Do the ones on each end now. Alright, guys, the ECU's there now. It's got the straps on it. It's not going to go anywhere with those 3 zip ties. So I'm just going to grab my cutters, clip the ends off, and we're done. Alright, guys, so just give you a view of the finished product here. So that sensor had a spot to go back up there. Again, I tightened all the screws down. It's a couple zip ties to hold the ECU in place. Like I said, it's very secure. And, now air is coming in here and going directly into those tubes. So should see a nice pickup in the mid-range. That's what David was saying about it. You do, I guess, if you look at his stuff, I think you do lose just a touch on the very high end of things. But in all reality, guys, I'm a commuter and I'm a cruiser, so that mid-range, that's where I want all the power anyways. If I lose a touch way at the top end, I'm not really upset about that. So, but that's it, guys. Finished product. That's the DNA Stage 2 air filter kit installed on the 2021 MT-09. Till the next one, guys, stay safe.